And we are live. Welcome to the live show right here. Hi.
Hi, Starbucks.
Yeah, maybe we don't need. We're not like in the same room.
Yeah,
Sorry,
sure.
it doesn't go over the internet. Where are you right now?
Now I'm in Shenzhen, China.
How is it going in Shenzhen?
Well, busy and also because in our neighboring city there are some new like cases, so we are a little bit scared, but it's always good. Life is normal and been busy, so we are also preparing the year end and
But
busy and also trying to get new opportunities for 2022.
so we
I mean,
met before the funny time, and we're doing some awesome video with your friend, right, colleague, and
yes.
you have like kind of like two business, right? You're doing this, and you're also doing video, right?
Yes, yes. We actually met, I think, 3 years ago. That is 2019. And so at that time, we made video together and visiting one of the biggest battery factory in China.
I will put the link to the video right under here, so people
That's
can check
cool.
it out. Yeah, and so, but you're doing, for example, your mask. I saw there's a BYD logo on it. What is that?
Yes. So there's a BYD
BYD
thing.
is a number one EV car, electric car manufacturer in the world. No, are they not bigger than Tesla? No, maybe not.
Yes, they are the biggest one. Actually, I just bought a BYD EV, which is called BYD Han.
Oh, do you have a photo of it? What color?
I
Which one
only
is it?
I can maybe I can use my phone to show a bit. It's
Yeah.
a very nice car. Actually, I planned to buy Tesla, but after I tested it all out, and then I decided to buy a BYD Han. So
Let
I'm
me
not
see
sure.
here.
So yeah. So
Is it
also
the
this
one I'm looking at here when I screen share? Oh, let me show you a phone. That one. Oh, sorry, that's me.
this one.
There. Is it this one? Is that the BYD
Yeah,
Han?
this one.
That looks much better than a Tesla.
Yeah, actually, I have one BMW, a BMW, what's it called? BMW 640i. So it's a car with the remove which the roof
Roof.
can
Yeah.
yeah.
How does this compare to BMW? How's the feeling inside the BYD? Is it good quality or
It's got
is
very good quality. I mean, okay, so put this way, there are two parts. One is the power. So when I drive the BMW, it's feel like when I push the to accelerate, it's like you have to wait a little bit and then boom. But if you drive BYD Han, BYD EV, it's like ooh all the way. So it's very fast and
but
also
what I
very
want to know is how does it compare in price to Tesla? Is it cheaper?
my the one is much the BMW is much more, is like 4 times more expensive than the BYD Han.
But so is this compared to like half the price of Model 3 or
It's almost the same price.
same price? But maybe
Yeah.
it's better than the Model 3, like more functionality or
Not really. So in terms of, let's say, for example, auto driving, a Tesla is much better. Yeah, but it is also that the battery, in terms of safety of the battery, BYD is better.
so this
And
one has like a long range.
the one I have is the spec says it can drive 605 kilometers. And
Nice.
in reality, if we drive on the highway, because we just have a test. Because last week we drove to another province. So one charge on the highway with the speed of 100 kilometer per hour, it can achieve a range of 480 kilometers.
That sounds like a very long time. Deep Regular is asking, in terms of autonomous driving, how does BYD compare to Tesla? Because Tesla is, I mean, Elon Musk is keep talking about it's coming, but they're just doing tests of the
Mhm.
full self-driving, right?
Yeah,
I'm wondering, is there any chance that the Chinese car makers are going to be able to do the full self-driving and actually launch it before Tesla, or it's not going to happen?
I think software-wise, I think Tesla is definitely leading. But there are some other Chinese car makers like Xiaopeng. It's called XPENG. Xiaopeng.
Xiaopeng.
Yeah.
Nice.
So
Yeah.
there's 'cause I tried. Yeah. Yes,
Yeah.
this one. My
And
friend my friend actually bought one, and this the self-driving is very good, and also the auto parking is quite amazing.
oh, nice. Is
Yeah.
it like a 10-cent car? No, is it not like
No,
the
no, it's not a Tencent car.
WeChat guy is not an investor in Xpeng?
I
No.
think there's no information about WeChat car, but it said
Ah.
Huawei is investing like
So
the Huawei
no.
auto driving something.
Oh, is it Xiaomi get no? Is that
It's not Xiaomi. Xiaomi is also started to make cars from this year.
really?
Yeah, it's very interesting. I think in the future, let's say for example, if still the traditional car, there's no way for the Chinese car maker to outcompete against a BMW or a Ford or Toyota. But in terms of uh, like EV, I think Chinese company definitely have a chance to outcompete in the market.
Uh,
Alibaba will not do EV.
no, this one. This is a nice one. I want this one.
No,
This is the $2,000 EV or something, no?
no. You search mini EV, mini EV.
Mini EV.
Yeah, yeah. This
That's the
one.
$6,000 one. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
too
yeah.
expensive for me. That's too
I
much.
wanted to, I wanted to buy one for my mother.
Okay, but I think this one is good enough for me. This is this is the one that costs like 1,500 for an
Yeah, but
EV.
plus shipping nowadays is gonna be more
Yeah,
expensive.
but we just call you up, right? You can help with the shipping, no?
Yeah, yeah, I can do it.
You can.
It's still not a good deal, buying this one with the very expensive shipping cost.
So there's a comment NBMM. Not sure.
MB, I'm
I
not sure.
I think
Maybe
this guy's his keyboard is broken.
I'm sorry.
His keyboard is
And
completely broken. Okay,
yeah,
sorry.
but
Yeah.
EV is definitely the future. For example, now I have this BMW and I have this BYD EV. I prefer to drive the BYD EV.
So sell your BMW back to Germany. Actually, the BMW is made in China. No, is there like all
The
the
one, the one I bought, is from Germany,
yeah
imported.
import? That's like more expensive, right?
Yeah, very more expensive because
Much more. Is it double the price or what compared to the Chinese made?
I don't know, but it's definitely more expensive, I think.
Because for the last 10, 20 years, as far as I understand, all the car makers, they have a contract where they have to at least make like most of them in China, no, or something like that. They open the factories in China to make the Chinese version of the German car and Chinese version of the American car, right?
It's in the past they're saying that China will use the market to trade for the technology.
Yeah,
So I think what do you say? It may be right.
yeah. There's some kind of trade going on there,
Yeah.
but it's really interesting to see because the market is going so fast with the EV, and I
Yeah.
want to see, I really want to see this happen, cheap EV that everybody can afford, and like the one you're showing before, the mini EV, that looks really great, and it's selling much more than the Tesla, no, in China.
Yes, yes. If you, because you have to think this way, right? Because in the past there's no Chinese phone makers. Now there are more and more Chinese phone makers, so they will make the phone cheaper and cheaper.
Yeah, and now they even can go 300 kilometers on this cheap car, the range. But
Yeah.
the one I'm really following a lot is this one,
Leo.
Neo with the battery swap.
Yeah, better swap. But I think this because there's also saying that this will not be the trend in China.
Who's saying that?
I don't know because there are a lot of people saying that, and from because in the future there will be definitely more and more charging stations here in China. So if you go all the way in China along the highway, so there will be some some like a public space for resting and also charging. I mean, refuel, and you will see every almost at least in Guangdong, in my province. So you go to every highway, this oil gas station. You will also see the charging station.
Yeah, but if you take a Neo Evo battery swap map, maybe we can see they have like if I put it on the screen right here, they already have like battery swapping all over Shenzhen, no? Like you
Uh,
can, yeah.
I'm not
But okay, I understand
following
that
this.
some people might think that it's not the trend. I kind of I hope that the different Chinese EV car makers can work in partnership with NIO, and that all
Not
the EVs can use the same batteries, and that would
not
be
not likely. I don't think they will really, because they are competing with each other. And also, I think so. The ideally, the government will trying to get some like public facility. You know, everybody can go. Not a single company will do this. So there will be
yeah.
like a Chinese, for example, a China government owned company to provide the public service rather than one giant company control everything.
But if I buy this this $6,000 EV, Chinese EV, I want to see that it's future proof. You know that if I go on a long road trip, I should be able to swap to a better battery, and then I can go back to my cheap battery when I don't need it. You know, that's why I wanted to see the swap, because I think people can save a lot of money when they buy the car, and I think the Chinese government should go in there and say every EV needs to be the same battery system. And then you can use a battery from BYD. You can use a battery from all the different companies, right? They can make their own batteries. You can use a Tesla battery. You can use a Japanese Panasonic battery. You can use any battery, and you know, like this should be a standard. And
Yeah,
you can
ideally,
still charge everywhere. You can use chargers, of course, everywhere. But you should
yeah.
also have the option to maybe have a cheap battery or expensive battery.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I think, but currently, um, I think only the Neo is doing this. Others, they don't really follow this path.
Okay, so it'll be interesting to see what happens, because okay, that's just a detail. What I think is a little bit strange is why a lot of these EV companies are still quite expensive, right? You're saying that it's the same price like a Tesla.
Yeah,
Even Neo is so expensive. I
but
want to see.
there's also other car makers. You search
Yeah, maybe
AION.
AION
Yes.
EV.
Yeah.
All right. So
Yeah.
these
This
are
one is
cheaper,
much cheaper.
much cheaper. Nice.
Yeah. Also, BYD also have a cheaper version, cheaper cars. So like the one I buy, the boat BYD Han is kind of flagship product. So you,
Yeah.
not only the range, the driving range, also the internal decoration is also very good.
Yeah. So maybe BYD has some cheaper ones. Do you
Yeah,
have
they
the
have.
one with the open the doors like this?
No,
No.
I didn't see it. No,
Okay. All right.
but
Uh,
BYD Han is definitely I will recommend to my friends.
so we were talking about BYD. Is it one of the companies you do videos with, and you do videos with all kinds of companies, or what?
Yes. So back to what I am doing right here. So I have two companies. One is you used to know is a video production. So this video production company served a lot of Chinese company go overseas. For example, nowadays if you go to Amazon, you will find many products or many brands are actually from China. So they want to they want to have like a better looking videos, like a look less China. So can sell higher price. So I made a lot of videos for this company. So they are on Amazon, they are on Kickstarter, they are on Indiegogo.
So you've been
So
busy for the last 3 years with this.
yeah, they have been very busy, and especially last year. Since from last year, there is a huge boom of like e-commerce directly from China.
Yeah, it's really strange time. I don't want to say the word, but the last 2 years have been there's been no China sourcing fair. There's been
Mhm.
no Computex. There is a very strange CES coming, but I'm not even sure it's going to really happen. The CES is completely 10 times smaller than it was before the strange time, you know?
Yeah.
So it will be very few people going there, as far as I know. Uh,
Yes.
and so CES is not really happening. I'm not even sure the US, do they even allow Chinese companies to come to CES? I'm not even sure. It's
They,
very
they,
difficult
they
to know.
still can. They still can. So
Okay.
so last year is definitely a very very I mean a strange year where bad and good. What you see sometimes is miserable, also interesting because you see the global commerce or global trading is changing fast.
Yeah.
For example, um, I have um, I have okay. Personally, let me show you this one, right?
Yeah.
So in the past, I didn't really do international trading. Even though I speak English, I have friends in other countries. I didn't really do much international trading. But last year, when I met a guy on Facebook, and just a very simple comment. I saw what he comments very interesting, and then asked, "Do you have mask?" Because for the a I said no. I said I didn't mask. I said okay, I will send you some. And then 10 days later, he asked me, "Hey Eric, can you help me to send him some masks?" And at the beginning, I think I don't really want to benefit from other people's misery. But I got more inquiries from other people. It's like, I want this one, right? So I started to sell them masks, and gradually, and then developed into this kind of trading business. And also, because back in 2019, I invested in an international shipping company. So gradually, I plus international shipping and trading all together, and then develop it into the current business model. So I help people to buy products from China and also ship the products from China, basically from China to every part of the world. To the North America, Europe, Southeast Asia, almost everywhere. So with this business going on a little bit, and then I started to build this platform, which is called topcommerce.com. So this is it's called Top Commerce.
Nice.
So the purpose of this platform is to do one-stop purchasing platform or solution, because this is now is very important. Because why? Now, as most Chinese cannot go out, and people from other countries, they cannot come in, so they can only buy the product or find the products online and use the shipping service here in China to ship to their country or ship to their customers. So also because we have more and more customers, I found that okay, only just adding more people to handle the issue will not be effective or efficient. So we developed this platform so people can actually do most of the things with our platform. So which will make the whole buying from China or shipping from China experience much easier.
So, are you talking about buying finished products, components, or buying like just from Chinese e-commerce, like Taobao, or
Mm.
what? Or do you have like, like people want to buy a lot of stuff from a factory in Shenzhen, and then you help them, or?
Yeah, yeah. So let me tell what is different. Because you have been in China, right, many times.
Yeah.
So you'll find that the buying stuff in China is fairly easy because you buy from Taobao or from other Chinese website. It's very easy.
And
And
they
also,
deliver same day.
yeah,
You
and
click and
also,
you arrive. It's arrived in like what, 2 hours sometimes.
yeah, and it is also very cheap, isn't it?
Yeah.
So if you compare the price on Amazon or on other website, you use the picture and then you search on China's e-commerce website, you find okay, wow, it's much cheaper.
So, are you saying that people just need to buy one piece, or is like, do you need to buy a lot of stuff for this to be make sense?
One piece is enough. So there are like two business models. So one is directly parcel shipping. So for example, if you want to, how to say, okay, you want to buy this mug, right? So we can also send one mug directly to your storefront.
But
And
this is expensive for you to do all this work with just one mug, no?
yes, but it's still sometimes okay because the mark is cheap. But what if you buy a? Let me show you. Let me, for example, you want to buy this phone stand, right?
Yeah.
For example, you want to if people want to buy this phone stand, this one,
Okay. Yeah.
okay. So it may cost only 20 RMB here. 20 RMB is like $2, right? No, $3. $3 are US dollar. You plus shipping, the shipping may cost $3. No, three. Okay, sorry, $10. So you still you plus altogether is only like $13. It will still be cheaper than you buy from a retail store offline in other countries. And
So
also,
so you let people kind of like act like they're in China, and you're a shipping forwarder for e-commerce stuff, but you also help the sourcing and connecting with the factory and stuff like that, so they can people can get anything they want from China. But how
yes,
about the shipping cost? If there are batteries, it's more complicated, right? If there's all
battery.
kinds of things.
Okay, so let me explain few scenarios. So the first one is buy as an individual for personal use. For example, if you find something on Taobao and you find it's very interesting, or you find a few items on Taobao, so you buy from there and then send to my warehouse, and then my warehouse can consolidate because once you consolidate, you can save the shipping cost, and then we send to your storefront. So this is one bit
And,
model one.
and you
Yeah.
send to every country in the world?
Not really. So Europe, most of the European countries, and to most European countries, it takes about like 7 to 10 working days, and then to the North America, and also to Southeast Asia. So this is where the shipping cost is kind of affordable, and also now there are more and more Chinese companies are doing this parcel shipping to Africa, to South America. So
Nice.
basically everywhere in the world. And so this kind of shipping is different from DHL, FedEx, UPS. It's
Uh,
like Argentina is not available now. You may search like for example
yeah.
Netherlands.
Okay. If I take Netherlands, right. Oh, I didn't log in. Let's try there. So there you have the fee for a super general. These are the kind of days. Um, yeah. So it makes sense if you buy a bunch of stuff. China is so like amazing place for buying stuff.
Yeah,
Shenzhen.
uh, yeah.
Can
So
you
this
buy stuff from the Shenzhen market with you? Can like the Huaxiangbei? Can you get
Huaqiangbei
us
now is
the
Huaqiangbei is dead.
what happened to Huaxiangbei because of the strange time they closed it down or what?
No, it's kind of business transition. 'Cause Huaqiangbei used to be the world's biggest electronic market. No, still there are some business going on, but due to the fast development of e-commerce, so people now can actually just source or buy from online easily. So now Huaqiangbei is turning into a commercial place. Selling because I think nowadays the most popular items or most profitable items in Huaqiangbei is cosmetics.
Nice.
Yeah.
So I guess there's a lot of business in doing smells like channel number 5, but for $5.
Mhm.
And I think that would be great for
Yeah.
because why pay $100 for something that could be maybe $5 and
Yeah.
smell the
Uh,
same?
yeah. Also about the first scenario is about for personal use, and also the second scenario is for the business purpose. For example, you run a e-commerce, right? if you run e-commerce and you want to utilize the supply chain resources here in China, but you want to sell globally, because like you want to sell to UK or Germany, France, or United States or Canada. So what do you do? So we can help you to ship all these countries, and then with our system, so our system can connect to your e-commerce system. So once you have orders, so we'll synchronize all the information to our system, so we know exactly what item you're going to buy or to sell, and
So
then
when I see the $104, for example, or if I go, let's try USA,
I think
then how much is that? That's the 5 kilos.
yeah, 5 kilos.
It's a
Okay,
lot. 5 kilos is
yeah.
a lot, right?
There's a very weird situation. Okay, you go to 1 kilogram. You
Yeah.
go to one kilogram and you put, because the size metric is too big. You put a 10 10 10. You put a 10 10 10
Okay. And
10
then
10.
oh, it's $40. Oh, even 29.
Yeah.
Then you can get 10 to 10, 1 kilo.
Yeah.
If you want to get 2 kilos, it's cost a little bit more.
Yeah, a bit more.
Like so around 50. So you can
Yeah.
get 2 kilos of stuff. It doesn't matter what, and you'll ship it to people.
Yes.
All in all these countries. How about Eastern European countries like Ukraine or something like that?
Ukraine, I think, because there are channels to do it, but we haven't put it into our system.
Okay. So the
Yeah.
EU, European Union for now.
Yeah, European Union for now.
And the USA, and then you add more and more.
Yeah, we earn more and more. So actually, we are also optimizing the shipping cost. Okay, talking about, you just mentioned the shipping cost now is very, very, very expensive. It is very true.
But that's because it's Christmas or what?
No.
Because it's a super period, strange time.
That's strange time.
Yeah.
But we believe that the shipping cost will be driven down when everything is back to normal.
Yeah. It'll be back to normal, right? Eventually.
Yeah.
So if you want to go to the UK, it's nearly the same.
Much cheaper.
There's a cheap one here, $18.
Yeah.
And if we want to go to, let's go to France.
Yeah.
And here it's going to be $21
for
shipping 1 kilo of stuff. If you want to go to 2 kilos of stuff, it goes to 39, something like that. How about the challenge a little bit is import duties. People have to pay when they get the package. They have to pay the tax, right?
Yes, and actually, so now this year there is a new regulation which is called IOSS. But in our practice, in practice, most of the time, the buyers does not need to pay the tax.
Oh.
Because let me explain the whole operation. For example, there are, if a shipping company, for example, there is like 1,000 orders one day, so we consolidate them. We use the air freight, cargo flight, and then we all the way fly to Belgium or to Germany, and then after the landing, we do the custom clearance, because all the packages you consider as one. So the custom clearance agency would pay the tax, and also sometimes it's check on, it's a random check, so they could not check every parcel, because if you're checking every parcel, it's gonna be a lot of job.
I don't want to suggest this is happening, but I'm guessing that in theory somebody could write that it's the value is X and maybe it's not X, the value on the package.
You're right.
I'm not going to say this is something people should do or anything, because it's not allowed. You're not allowed to do that. Just one comment I want to put. 10 years ago, when I worked in Chinese company, and there's a bigger push for improvement. The companies I work for in Europe, in my opinion, it contributes to the rate of progress.
It is true. It is, because I think people outside China, they don't really understand how competitive here is. Because first of all, we have 1.4 billion here people. Because if you don't work, there are people waiting behind. They want to have the work.
Yeah. Yeah, that means the things are happening so fast. That's what I saw when I was in Shenzhen. Is the design house, right?
Yeah,
The design house, how fast, how like expert they are on their platform, and they can get anything done that you need in that platform, and they can do it like so fast.
it is true, but there's also something. This is not always good, because when you focus on speed, so there will be less focus on quality.
But the quality does exist in China, right? You have the best quality also now. I mean, you make both the low quality and the high quality, everything.
Yeah, true, true, true. But even as a business owner, I also think that the balance between speed and the quality or life and the work should be well managed, because in Shenzhen it's very stressful.
Stressful life. Where do you come from? You're
I'm
not born
Hunan,
in Hunan
Hunan.
province. So
Yeah,
in Hunan is more relaxed or what?
it's much, 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 much relaxed.
So you went to Shenzhen doing business, right?
Yeah, so I
And
stay in Shenzhen for nearly, I think, yeah, I started to work in Shenzhen like 10 years now.
10 years. Wow,
Yeah, I
cool.
mean Shenzhen is a magical place. There are not only Chinese people doing business here. There are also foreign business doing business, foreign business do business here. Even in this building, in my community, there are few people from other countries. They are opening a factory. They are doing trading business here in China, in Shenzhen.
And in the last 2 years, what happened? Because
I'm sorry.
yeah, that's a good question. So in the last 2 years, it's been hard for people to come there, no, a little bit.
Yes, it's very hard.
So everybody who's there is there, but the people who are not there, they're not really going there. And the Shenzhen companies are like in the last year, for example, your video business just been exploding, I guess, because all these Chinese companies are not going to CES. They're not going
Yeah.
to Mobile World Congress. They're not going to Embedded World. They're not going to anywhere. So they need to do more videos, right?
Yes, not only the video business had more project, but also my shipping business. For example, this year we for our shipping business we have around 100 million RMB revenue with only 30 people.
Well, that's incredible fast growth. What you're doing
It
here.
is it is very fast.
What like just 3 years ago? When did you start this?
I invested in this company from 2019. So I started to run this ship. I started to get involved and running is from this year.
Wow, that's fast. That's
It's very fast.
30 guys and girls working in the company already. That's a big team.
But it's compared to other company here in China is still a very small team. For example, one of my friends, he's using Facebook ads plus Shopify to sell clothes on Facebook, and I think with only 1 year, they have 1,000 employee. So they have around like 10,000 orders a day.
You say 30 guys in the, are you like you at home now? No, it's evening. It's quite late, right? You're not in the
Yeah,
office, right?
yeah. No, I'm at home. I'm at home.
So there's just one office with all the 30 people in there, or not really? They're actually working on the kind of like a place where you package everything and
We,
put.
we have okay, yeah, we have the office workers. We also have the warehouse workers.
And so you have customers all over these countries there.
Yes. So now most of my customers are Chinese sellers or Chinese company. So the purpose of also having this interview is to share my insight and experience about this kind of thing, because I think now there are still a lot of people outside China, they don't understand or they don't have the knowledge about the China's supply chain resources. So what if people outside China can utilize the supply chain resources or the know-how. I mean, to use these resources to start their own business, especially e-commerce business, is going to be very interesting because Chinese people may know a little bit about other countries' market. So the one who knows the local market better will still be the local. So you have the Chinese resources, supply chain resources, plus the local marketing resources. You all to work together. I think there's going to be more opportunities. And also, in my opinion, it is not very good for the Chinese to make all the monies all the way, from the factory end to the customer end. It should be Chinese working on one end, and also people from other countries working on another end. So it's a win-win.
So do you have colleagues from different countries?
We have three employees in Singapore. We have one partner in United States, and we also have shipping partner in France.
Nice. So in theory, you could like kind of like hire around the world or not?
Yes, we can because first of all, now is everybody or every part of the world and people get used to work from home. So this is not a big problem. Now we can also talk freely, with this internet app, right?
Yeah.
So
How about how
yeah.
about India?
Well, India, I haven't had the experience of working with them, so I'm trying to work with them, but I think the communication between because I tried but the communication between us is not very good, and so I think I try to hire people in Singapore because they are bilingual, so they know Chinese and also they know English, so they are kind of like a bridge between East and the West. So this is why I think now currently hiring people from Singapore would be my best choice.
But are you able to sell in India?
We are able to sell into India, but frankly speaking, what we're doing right now is more like direct to customers. But given the current situation, I think still the purchasing power of the most majority of the Indian population is still not very good. But what we have been saying that there are more and more Indian people that come talking to us. They are trying to import from China, even from Bangladesh. They're a very fast growing community. And what I found the most interesting is the African community.
Like
Because
Kenya, Nigeria, or where?
yeah, Kenya, Nigeria, Namibia, Africa, or Ghana. So they are trying to do is they want to buy from China's e-commerce site, not from Taobao, but from Pinduoduo. So Pinduoduo
Pinduoduo.
is well known for selling very very low price product.
Oh,
Yeah, and also sometimes there are very very good deal on it. So what they're trying to do is they want to buy from that platform and I'll send to a shipping company here in China and then consolidate and then ship to Africa. I have one experience. This customer is from Cameroon, and he bought something on Alibaba. Well, no, 1688,
yeah.
and the product is very very cheap, and the shipping cost is like 3 times more expensive than the product itself. But I asked him, he said, okay, this one is still a very good deal compared to he buy from the local wholesaler.
Hmm. That's really interesting because in Africa, there's a lot of business. Once I went to in Morocco, and on one of the main squares, there was like a whole bunch of guys selling iPhone copies and stuff like
Mhm.
that, and some Samsung copies and stuff like that. That was a bunch of years ago, like 5, 6 years ago. Um, and so I guess there's a lot of interest to get a door into China, get all this stuff to a country over there, and make business selling it over there.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm sure they're doing a lot already, but you are giving a door that maybe gives more opportunities to these guys, right?
Yes, yes. So the only thing, because working with people from Africa, so there are two pinpoints. From a business perspective, I'm trying to be very honest and straightforward. So the biggest problem is the purchasing power.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you will find that talking with them, working with them is financially is not that rewarding because And another thing is the payment. So in most of the country, in most of the African country, they are not able to have a big amount of foreign currency. Or put it this way, they are not able to buy enough US dollars to trade with Chinese company. So I find that what is very exciting is you will see a lot of African users because you see opportunities. But what is the frustrating part is you spend a lot of time talking with them, negotiate with them, but the real deal is very little. So as for me, currently, I will still be focusing on the countries have greater purchasing power. So once have a very established system where I can share my cost, so I will put more energy on African market.
Here's a question. I wonder how tech commerce looks at products which are services. How do you look at services? Providing connection between the seller and the buyers, like software developers. Do you work on something like that?
Yeah. So basically, what I'm trying to do is first we want to do a service base, because if we sell directly, so they will put a lot of pressure on the inventory for ourselves. So what we're trying to do is we build a bridge between the sellers here in China, especially directly buy from Chinese sellers. So we only charge a certain percentage of the uh, whole amount of purchased product. So like 5% something. So that would be basically pay our service, and also we'll do the shipping of rest of the shipping. So this is the business model. So and also why there are products, because some of the people they want to do one business model that's drop shipping. So for example, if you run a Shopify store, you don't know what to sell, and also you find that okay, maybe finding products on Chinese website will be very time consuming and also very confusing. So you can actually use all those products on my website, so we can actually send this product even just with one order to your customer directly. So this is what we'll be doing. Of course, we're also, because we just launched this platform not very long ago, so we'll also optimize the whole thing because we're trying to also get a feedback from people. Like your feedback is very very valuable. So we're trying to optimize. So our developers are working on it every day.
All right. So you have your developers to develop the platform. It'd be nice if you could log in on your app or on your website, and then boom, you get to see kind of like the Taobao app or something like that.
Yes,
And
yes.
whatever you click on, it's kind of like ordered into your shopping basket, and boom, the whole thing is there something like that, or how do
Yeah,
you
we do
how do you
have
put the shopping
this.
basket?
We do have this kind of now we have like some kind of tracking system. So for example, you find something very interesting on Taobao where the 1688 just opened. So you just need to give me the link, the URL, and then we help you to buy here because you don't have the Chinese payment gateway or tools. So we will buy for you. So once we place the order, so we will give you all the information, like if the order is being placed, if the order have arrived at our warehouse, did we do the quality check? Did we send out the pack to shipped out from the pack from our warehouse? And also where is the package right now? So we have all the tracking, so you understand exactly what is going on.
So you do the quality check, and if there's a problem, you even send it back.
Yes.
That's cool. Because, for example, if people buy something with a screen, then you can check there's no dead pixels. something like that.
Yeah, that will be based on the customer requirement. Sometimes the customer only request, can you help me do the counting? And like, is their quantity correct? Or
Oh.
when we do the counting, we will definitely look at the product, the surface, is there any deficit or not. But for some more technical stuff, so that will be we will have to negotiate with our customers.
Do you have a lot of competitors or not really? Is it very
Yeah,
special what you're doing, or because when I go to China Sourcing Fair or the Hong Kong Fair, I see these companies are talking about freight forwarding or something like that.
well,
Is it
yes.
this business, or are you making it like a new way?
So if you're talking about the core of the business, so probably the nature of business is not big different from those like traditional freight forwarding or purchasing agent. No much big difference, but they don't really have the kind of system. So they will have to like all those management, all those like communication still be on WhatsApp, on email, this kind of social media or other social media, communication app. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to have a system to manage everything. So we always say transparency. You know what we're doing. You know what is the status. So everything's trackable and also save time.
Um, Here's the question. Do you take account of legal product restrictions like safety regulations in other countries?
We don't really do that. But there are some restrictions we have as a shipping company. Like for example, we cannot ship powder. We cannot ship or we don't really ship copycat or replica like a fake Nike, fake Adidas, this kind of thing. And also we don't ship like forbidden items or those items was how to call it. Anyway, so we will only ship what is allowed to ship, but we are not take the account legal word.
Yeah, don't
Legal,
buy iPhone copies.
yeah.
Don't buy stuff like that.
But there are people doing that.
Yeah.
But as a legit business, as we don't do that because well, at least we will not promote this kind of thing. Sometimes there are also customers they buy a bunch of things from China's e-commerce website because we don't know. Yeah, for example, they buy a lot of clothes, so there will be one Adidas or other brands. We don't know, so we just ship it out. But we don't promote this. Like we don't intentionally say that okay, we can ship replicas.
Yeah, I really like the Nike Air 720 that has
Mhm.
air all over under and stuff. And
Yeah,
I never buy them new because they're way too expensive. I might buy them secondhand, but then I saw that in China they don't call it Nike, but they call them 720 or something like that, and then
yeah.
they're like $20 or $10. But then I tried to buy one just to try, right? And but
Yeah.
it was not there was no air. So it was just like
Actually,
hard under, so I just
even
had to ship
for,
it
for,
back.
this, for this kind of replica, so they have different grades.
It's really
Because
hard.
one
How do you know what is good?
is basically is can they have the kind of very how do you call it? They have a circle. So you have to buy through connections or through other people's introduction.
Can
One
you
of
can
my
you help with the grades? Can you like help people figure out what is a good grade, what is a medium, what is a low? I'm
uh,
not talking about replicas, okay? I'm just talking about in general.
I'm not professional on this one, but I do have a colleague who who bought a lot of this kind of thing, and he said it's
Oh.
very good quality.
I want to know how do I find the good quality? I'm joking, but
I'll plug it
I don't want
later.
it to be a copy, right? I just want it to be original and something cool, but just
Uh,
like feel nice and not cost $150 or whatever it is that Nike sells new original of these kind of even 200. I was in Dubai recently and I
mhm.
saw I was like I nearly fell on the floor. I saw Nikes sold for $3,000, $1,000. Adidas, they call them 350 or something like that. There was like over $1,000, and they were all wrapped in like plastic, and you couldn't like really try them on or anything. But I was
Mm.
thinking, what's going on? How can Nike Air cost $3,000? But I guess they'll be maybe collector's items or something like that. But I'm thinking
I will show you,
China must have amazing shoes and way better prices.
I will show you something when we're done this talking with email or WeChat.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
It's
So
a huge industry here.
so you are enabling a lot of entrepreneurs, right? Like
Yes,
all these guys in all these different countries who want to resell. They want to buy a
yes,
bunch of stuff and then open the little stores, or like do business in all these countries.
true. This is my purpose, because my purpose is very simple. So unlike other companies, they want to do the whole thing, as I mentioned, all the way from China to the end user of other countries. So what I'm trying to do is, we do dot connecting. I do the Chinese part. I do the supply chain part. I do the shipping part. So you do the marketing part. You make your own. They make their own, or I make my share. So it's a win-win.
People just need to have a bank account with an IBAN or something, and they pay you like that, right? Or they pay you with a credit card, or
You can pay me like credit cards, PayPal, or Payoneer. There now, making payment to China is very easy. You can do the bank wiring, you can do the PayPal, but most of the people will reject PayPal because the fee is too high. But there's also other options. They just kind of very modern online payment gateway. So there's the Payoneer, there's the WordFirst, there's Ping Pong. There's so many online payment gateway right now.
and
It's
they're
so
cheaper
convenient.
than PayPal,
They're cheaper than PayPal.
much cheaper, maybe.
Much cheaper.
And it's not a problem with the whole currency exchange or anything. You just take US dollars. You don't want to
Yes.
take a renminbi.
I can take it RMB if you guys have.
All right. And maybe you have bank accounts in different countries, so it's maybe people can pay and you receive the same day, or not really.
We only have like a overseas account. We have like USA and Hong Kong account. But we also, for example, recently there's a customer from Israel. So what he pays me first via the Payoneer. It's called Payoneer, Payonner. It's very easy. And also, recently he also, because the payment amount is too big, it's also paid to my USA account. So it's very convenient right now.
Ah, nice. And then I guess that sometimes to get things done fast, you place the order on all the e-commerce websites and stuff. And then if people pay, they have to pay you first before you place the order, or you place the order and then at the same time they pay, and then like you ship it over as soon as the money arrives, or how does it work?
So in terms of, because the business model is different from the traditional one. Because in the past, people always talk about MOQ, right? Minimum order quantity. People also talk about the business terms like FOB, CIF, other terms. Now we make it simple. So first of all, because the way we do business now is not big. It's like very big volume or very big amounts. Let's say $5,000 is already very big amount in terms of the current business model. So mostly it's like we got paid first, and then we do the work. But for some customers, who have long business relationship, we can offer them some credit terms.
All right, so they can just get started, and you check if you can get it into your warehouse, and then you get it shipped. So it doesn't take too long, right? So I guess how does it compare with some of these when sometimes when I'm trying to buy something from the US, these websites where you buy it's called My US or Ship It To, where you can buy from Amazon in the US, or these kinds of websites. Is your idea a little bit similar in that kind of way, or completely different because it's China, it's not the US?
It's basically the same, because it's basically like the same, because they are in the US, right? So you buy from a US website, and then you ship to their warehouse, and then they ship to your address.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
All
basically the
right.
same. Okay, there's another question.
Yeah. Okay, let's put the other question right here. A friend of mine has ordered a product in bulk, uh, would you handle this as well?
Yes,
Manufacturer plus shipping.
I'm helping a British businessman because in the past he used to assemble his product in the UK, but now he's trying to expand his business to the US. So what he's doing now is he outsourced the assembling or manufacturing because that part is very simple. So manufacturing here in China. So we help them to do the global fulfillment because we can help him to ship the product from China to US, and then he sells on Amazon. So basically, we'll handle the manufacturing or assembly here in China, and also we do the global fulfillment. We can send to US, we can send to UK. So he save his like a manufacturing cost and also warehousing cost.
How's it going with your video business? Are you now this what you're doing right here with Talk Commerce is much bigger than your video business, or?
It's much bigger, but at first the video production business the margin is very high. So it goes to 70%, sometimes 80%. And but you cannot go big because it's service business, right? Because how many projects can do a year? You cannot do too much. And but the shipping business, the revenue can be very big. So now this year is about 100 million RMB. So next year we assume that we eat plus the trading business or the sourcing business. I want to do like a double, maybe 200 million. So which is doable. And but the margin is pretty low, so it's like less than 10%.
So this is like a lot of millions of dollars, no?
Yeah, but the margin is low.
Low. So that means there's a risk when there's a low
Yeah,
margin. It can be a risk with your business, right? Sometimes some things don't work out, I guess.
Yeah, so that's why I started this Talk Commerce platform, because I want to serve more small and medium-sized company. Because
Nice.
now, for example, this year I have a very big customer. He gives me around like a 4,000 to 5,000 orders a day sending to US. So that means every month, so there is around like 5 million to 8 million RMB revenue, but the margins are very low. So what if his company go bankrupted? And it's very risky, and because we also give them very long credit terms. And but this kind of thing happened this year as well, because one of my customer owe me nearly 1 million Chinese RMB. So and their company almost bankrupted, and also we filed a lawsuit against him.
So there's risk. There can be problems sometimes.
Yeah, there can be problems. So that's why I want to serve more small and medium-sized company. More customers, less risk.
For example, when like I want to buy some, let's say some lights, and I can just start with, you were saying just one.
Yeah.
You really want to go that small?
Yeah, no problem.
No MOQ. No MOQ.
No MOQ. This is how it goes. Because imagine Alibaba. Yeah, Alibaba is well known for B2B wholesale. Because in the past, whenever you go to Alibaba, they will ask you, what is your, how many do you want? And they will say, oh, our MOQ is blah 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 blah, right? Now Alibaba start to accept even just one order.
Yeah. So you are, because when you, okay, now I'm going on the Alibaba right here, and it's funny that it knows that I just searched for something, so it's showing me the little cheap car. You can buy one from $900 for an EV. Yeah. So, but people could be buying something like AliExpress, but AliExpress is a lot about shipping around the world, right? But you could be buying from all the ones that are more like local.
Yes. So let me explain why AliExpress shipping is more expensive and slow. So AliExpress shipping is actually only managed by AliExpress, but the service provider is the company like my company. So the sellers on AliExpress will pick one shipping service and they will mark up because they also want to have a margin. So that's why the shipping cost on AliExpress is more expensive than using us because there's less tiers. Because AliExpress will make money and the seller will also want to make money.
Yeah. So you just connect people directly with the factory, potentially.
Yes. Yeah.
Directly with the supplier.
So yeah,
Potentially.
so there's an idea directly to supplier or directly to factory. So in most of the cases, small company is not able to connect with the factory directly because you know this very well, right?
Yeah. I get comments like nearly every day, like, how do I connect with this company and this? And I say, try to Google it or try to find them on somewhere on
No,
Alibaba or something. But
because
you will have a way that if people are interested in something, you will try to get them directly to the factory.
yes, that's what we can do. So for example, you have been in China, right? If you go to factories, most of the factory they are not able to speak English.
You speak English like with the American accent.
I can do British if you
British.
want.
Are you British style? Sorry. BBC.
Uh,
You have the BBC English. Yeah.
uh,
Did you
I'm, I'm
live in in somewhere else than China?
no. I studied in Beijing, but I went to Southeast Asia for 3 years. But I did not learn English there. I learned English in Beijing because when I was in Southeast Asia, I picked up a Singaporean accent.
You were in Singapore?
Yeah, Singapore almost 1 year.
All right. And other place in Southeast Asia, right?
Thailand.
Thailand.
Yeah,
Yeah.
South.
Do you have Thailand business? You selling to Thailand customers?
Not yet. Not yet. Not
Not
yet.
yet.
Yeah.
Indonesia,
Not yet. But
Philippines.
there are people asking me, but not yet because now because there are also other e-commerce websites like Shopee, Lazada. So their primary marketplace is like Singapore, Malaysia, or Indonesia. There are a lot of Chinese sellers are doing this.
So it'd be interesting to know, how is it going in Shenzhen? Are people just have there been a lot of people going bankrupt or not really in the last 2 years? Just the business is going up, 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 up.
It's going. It's depending on the industry. For example, last year, a lot of people making money from selling products from China to other countries with the e-commerce. But this year, a lot of people bankrupted, especially Amazon, like Amazon sellers, because Amazon has suspended a lot of Chinese accounts.
Because they were like there was some weird stuff where sometimes I want to buy something and it says 500 reviews, 5 stars, and then I
Yeah.
look at the reviews, but it's for
Also-
something completely different.
Yeah,
It's like tricks,
Yes. So, for example, one of my friend, he's a Amazon seller. Last year, he said, "I finally know the feeling of financial free. Is I finally have the financial freedom." So that because it mean in if that means financially free in China. That means basically last year at least he made 100 million RMB profit.
Profit.
Yeah. But this year, after 1 year, I visited him. He said, "Okay, this year I lost 60 million RMB
But how is it
because
possible to lose? I don't understand. Okay.
Amazon suspended his account."
No, he didn't. Maybe he didn't lose it, but he didn't make it. He was supposed to make it, but he didn't make it. Right? He lose it.
He lost it
Wow.
because on one hand there is fund in Amazon account. On the
What?
other hand,
They don't
because
send it over?
no, because there's a time. Not you have order immediately and then you have the payment. So you have to wait like 15 days or 20 days.
But what? So Jeff Bezos took his money?
Technically, yes.
That's crazy.
And
Wow.
also, you said you said that the Amazon has the account Amazon seller account suspension has caused 100 billion Chinese RMB loss.
100 billion.
Yeah, yeah. That's
And Chinese, how much is six Chinese RMB is $1 or how much?
yeah. $1 is about 6 RMB. $1 6.3 RMB now.
So pretty much a lot of billions of dollars.
Yeah.
Like 15, 16 billion dollars disappeared.
Yes. Because on one hand, there's real money. Another hand, because they have sent so many products to US. Because
They're in a warehouse somewhere.
yes, was somewhere in the Amazon's warehouse. So if they said if their account was suspended, so they have no place to sell.
This is this okay, I understand that some of the accounts were really cheating and there was like weird stuff going on. I understand this because I saw it. I was trying to buy, like for example, these cool portable vacuum cleaners. I really love those, and
Mhm.
they're so cool. But some of the accounts had so many good reviews, but they were like selling T-shirts. So I don't know what. Like they use the same uh, ID of the product for selling different things.
Mhm.
And of course, that's weird, but it just sounds like, like Amazon is doing Amazon Basics, and they want to
Mhm.
sell their own stuff. Uh, and there's all these lawsuits from the European Union, from the
Yeah.
US, trying to tell Amazon you cannot like promote your own things at the same level. Every time they see what's popular and they want to sell it themselves, and if they just kick out a bunch of Chinese and then they sell it themselves, that they're cheating the Chinese uh, people.
Yeah. Every platform does the same. Even Alibaba does the same.
So Alibaba does the same. They also like learn what's popular and then they sell it themselves.
Because I talked to Alibaba operation manager because they are doing this. They are doing the same thing.
All right, but so there's a lot of movements in the last 2 years, uh, and you are an example, like going from doing videos to to e-commerce platform, global platform, um, helping people import and enabling. That's what I think is really cool about China is um, it's the place where startups can happen, right? Uh,
Yes.
if you have an idea and you want to do something big, China is a great place to be because you can actually make it big, right? But also,
Very true. I have
the,
a, I have, I have a, I have a British friend. He got money from Chinese government
nice.
just using the PowerPoint.
Nice. So there's investors, right, in China. There's people with a lot of money and they don't know what to do with it, right?
Yes, very true.
And they are looking for new ideas.
Yes.
And China is not following. China is in front, right? Doing things before other places, no?
I mean, if you how do you say it? So China and the US are both leading this.
Yeah, so the US is maybe in a different place, like iPhone apps, and China is in actually making things. I'm joking, but
It's basically it's like what is happening in the US, there will be a version happening in China. And also nowadays, you will see what if there is a new business model going very well? Probably there will be a US company is also following the Chinese model. So you take the TikTok, for example.
yeah, so there's an American TikTok now. Or what?
There is an American, because TikTok is a Chinese company.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
there's like there's Instagram copy TikTok a little bit, or YouTube is copying TikTok and making these little videos and stuff. But
yeah,
TikTok came after, I forgot what it's called, a 6 second
musically,
video from
musically.
10 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah. So what is doing right now is the for example on TikTok. where first on China's version of TikTok, there are a lot of live streaming e-commerce. Yeah, so people do live streaming and then sell product. We'll be like, oh, look at this mug. It's very beautiful. It's very good with all those features. It's only $1. Buy it, and then people
So
flooding into it and then buy it. Boom, right?
what is
And,
this platform? What is this?
Douyin,
Douyin?
yeah,
How do I spell it?
Douynin, Douynin.
All right, let's try. Did I spell it correctly?
Yeah.
And so here on Douyin, there's like people selling a bunch of stuff. Is it like it's more than just a YouTube? It's more than just YouTube, huh?
It's a TikTok.
Ah, this is TikTok.
Yeah,
Sorry, this is TikTok. So people sell stuff on TikTok, you say?
yeah. But in China, we don't call it TikTok. We call it Douyin.
Okay, yeah. All right. Yeah. So
So,
there's this. Oh, sorry. What do you want to say?
so now the live streaming e-commerce is very big. For example, yesterday, I think yesterday, there is a very big uh, online influencer in China was fined by the Chinese government with 1.3 billion RMB.
That sounds crazy. So pretty much like a YouTuber was fined for $200 million,
Yeah,
but
because
he's on TikTok.
no, he's on Douyin.
TikTok is the same, no?
No, 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 no. No,
TikTok is not Douyin. Douyin is
yeah,
another one.
yeah. Douyin, so TikTok and Douyin is actually from the same company and also almost the same product, but the Chinese the company separate them physically to avoid the trouble.
Wow.
Okay, there's a question. I heard about that they're awful. I heard something about tax not being paid or something. Yes, true. So because now most of the Chinese people they don't really pay tax. So now the government is cracking down on those celebrities like movie star, online influencers. So yeah,
So there's an online influencer fined for 1.6 billion by the government.
yeah.
It's crazy. There's a question here. How about countries like Colombia? They just
Con-
changed the customs taxes from China from 0 to 19%. And they did the opposite to the US. Well, I don't know. Are you working with Colombia?
Okay, so I didn't put the Colombia shipping price on my system yet, but there is already service like this which you can ship just okay. I'm sorry, one pack of the cigarette. It's very convenient. It's a talk. It takes about like 15 to 20 days.
You can ship to Colombia.
Yeah,
Anything you want, all the electronics, everything you want.
not okay. No powder, no liquid, no stand-alone battery. But
Of course, you cannot ship powder to Colombia. That would be wrong.
yeah,
Okay.
what a joke.
No,
But
they ship it to you. No, I'm joking. Yeah, that's not funny.
yeah. But for example, if a battery inside this product, this can be shipped, but stand-alone battery cannot.
Okay, so but they're talking about it's talking about 19% tax on everything coming in from China. It's possible
Yeah.
that people pay tax, right?
No, people actually they don't because still they don't understand the whole process. So there will be custom clearance agent. There will be another importer has already helped you to pay the tax because all those package will come as consolidated shipment and then arrive a warehouse in Colombia or in France, and then they tear it apart and then send this package individually.
Okay, so that's interesting to understand how that works with all the taxes and stuff. Because
Yes.
maybe in China there's a tax when you buy something on Taobao, you pay tax in China for everything.
On Taobao, not really.
There's no like sales tax in China.
So now in China, on most of the e-commerce platform, nobody pay tax yet. So the government is probably preparing on it.
They want people to pay tax, but they don't.
Yet currently, no. For
But
example, I help my mom to sell orange online because my mom, she's a farmer. She grow oranges, tangerines or oranges back to my hometown. I can show you some of the pictures.
nice.
And she sell on WeChat. She sell on WeChat at the moment. She sell on other on China version TikTok, and she never pay tax.
I mean, that of course what you're just saying is not true, right? I'm joking, but okay. So she can pay sell these oranges. Hey,
Yeah,
these are tasty oranges and bio.
very good one. Very good one.
Yeah.
I'm very proud. I never promote anything on my WeChat, but only my mom's or like orange and tangerines. It's really good.
So, but why don't all these platforms automatically put the taxes on there? Why do they have to, like, if you sell on Taobao or on TikTok or something, should just be automatically the tax, no?
So the Chinese mentality is different. Or Chinese government thinking is different. First, they want to like cultivate this kind of ecosystem. For example, if you want to do business at the first, if you tax too much, so there will be no margin. People will not really do it. And also because China's economy is developed so fast,
But what is
so
the sales tax in China? For example, in Switzerland, it's 8.9%,
thirteen
and in
percent, 13,
1.3, right?
not three, not
13%.
three,
So,
1 3.
like in many European countries, is can be 19%, 20, or 18, or something like that. So, in theory, you should be able to take off the 13% when you export from China and pay the
Yeah.
19 when you come to Europe, and it should just be automatic. Like get your taxes back from China and then pay the taxes in France.
Yes, but the tax issue in China is still very complicated because on one hand, the Chinese government wanted tax. On the other hand, if the Chinese government want to have the tax, suddenly, so it will have a huge impact on the economy.
Here it says financial services tax are interesting as well. Only 6% for IT services.
Yes, for example, my video production company only pay. Oh, last year we only pay 1% because
Wow.
they because of this kind of unexpected situation.
So there's like all kinds of changing taxes every year
Yeah, yeah,
in
and
China.
also in China we have the VAT, and we also have the income tax.
And foreigners who come to China have to pay income tax if they live there, right?
Yes, legally, yes, they have to.
Yeah. And you have many friends from many different countries.
Yeah, there's a community here. It's very interesting story to share. Is because I run I have the video production business need foreign models.
There's models in Shenzhen.
Yes, so they are from everywhere. So most of them are from Eastern Europe, like Russia, Ukrainian, Bulgaria, Croatia, and also from US or UK and some other European countries. And even the model business change a lot. Before the actually start from last year and end of last year, there are companies are looking for people who speak very good English, who can present themselves in front of the camera to do live streaming. Because in the past, only photo or videograph, they only just do posters, blah blah blah. This will do. But now this year, they need people speak English who can talk in front of the camera to do live streaming.
There's
So
big demand for this, right? Big demand.
yeah, yeah.
I
The,
recommend people consider if they don't know what to want to do, they should just go move to Shenzhen. It's like an amazing city,
yeah. Okay, the
and you can
question,
get
why
to do business.
you should come? You should come because you know the West, and then you have friends in China.
I'm looking forward to go back, but it's been really hard the last 2 years. There's been
Yeah,
no conference, so if I go, I cannot just go to like a conference and film all the different. But I'm hoping I will go soon. I hope I can go soon. But right now, it's still 3 weeks in a quarantine. If I come to
uh,
China, I have to stay 3 weeks in a hotel.
yeah. Totally 28 days.
28 days I have to stay in a hotel. 4 weeks.
3 weeks in probably 3 weeks in hotel and 1 week at home.
So 3 weeks in a hotel and 1 week in a Airbnb.
Yeah. Okay, there's a question. Why is mass used to DHL to ship from China to Colombia or Australia? Better shipping cost from Express. Why did the video?
Yeah. So can you explain to Araquel how is it better for him to work with Talk?
So basically, DHL is we call it an international express service, which is very expensive. So let's say if you want to have a very fast one, and you can also handle the custom clearance. So using DHL is viable. But if you want to better shipping cost from AliExpress, as I mentioned on AliExpress, so the whole selling is handled by an individual seller, and the individual seller will also mark up a little bit from the shipping cost he got from the shipping company. What added value? So, for example, you want to buy something from multi sellers here in China, so they will ship to you directly. But what if you consolidate all those orders with us, and we help you to reduce the size of the package, and we can also suggest you which channel to use is the best. So this is the
So
difference.
there's a way for Araquel to connect with you, talk with you before doing the business.
Yeah. So he can talk us on can send me email or to my colleagues. So this is a very simple scenario. For example, if you buy on AliExpress, so probably you buy from 10 sellers, you may have 10 orders all the way to you. But these products actually are available everywhere in China. So you get other resources from China, and then you send to my warehouse, and my warehouse do the consolidation for you, and then we'll ship to you. So you'll definitely save the shipping cost.
All right. So maybe he can contact you, and anybody can contact you. Maybe we can even put your contact information under this video. Maybe,
Yeah, sure. No problem.
and you can they can contact you and start talking about what about this, what about that, and then maybe there's a comment from D Fragler. I think he said he was thinking about moving to Shenzhen as a software developer. Do you think that's a good
Yeah,
idea for guys from all over the world to
sure.
come to Shenzhen?
Of course you can. My friend, my high school mate, now he works. He used to work for DJI, and earlier this year, he works for Oppo, the phone maker. And now he moved. Jumped. I mean, he switched his job to Tencent. You know how much he makes a year? 1 million.
$1 million.
No, RMB.
Okay. Okay. So
Well,
he's making 1 million per year, and he's a software guy.
yeah.
That sounds like a lot of money, no? 1 million is like $160,000 per year salary.
Yeah. But the shipping cost in China is still cheap, right?
Shipping cost is what?
But
What
on
you
the
talking?
living cost in
Living cost, not the shipping
yeah,
cost, right?
yeah.
Is it cheap to? It's not too expensive to live in Shenzhen?
It is expensive. If you want to buy property, it's super expensive.
Give up. Forget about it.
Yeah, forget about it.
But if you want to rent a place, you can find something less than $1,000.
For example, now my apartment is 4 bedrooms, one big kitchen, one big gas, no, like guest, one big room, It's about 150 square meters. So it's cost 5,500.
Less than
Not
$1,000.
Yeah, but it's not in the downtown. It's in the suburban area. But
Then
still,
you
you
get
have
to use your EV every day. You go in with your enjoy your car.
yeah. But it's still it's the living cost still like okay, and also the food here is cheaper, and with all the public transportation,
Oh,
everything.
the food. Oh
Yeah,
my God. Yeah, it's one of the best in the world. Maybe it's
yeah,
the best. I'm not sure. I think maybe Vietnam is also very good, right? But
yeah.
Thailand is probably also very good. But do you think Shenzhen food is the best?
No,
No?
yeah.
Okay, you don't think so. Yeah.
You pay like a full. Okay, so now Europe is much cheaper, but much more expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
I mean, if you want to, the thing is, China is developing so fast. So this is what is really excited. What is really exciting. So every day you meet new people, you see new things. Yeah, I think this is what this exciting part.
I
Because
started the pandemic. I was there just before Corona was a thing, like at the end of 2019, the beginning
Mhm,
of 2020, I was in Shenzhen. And
yeah,
since then, I haven't been there, but I can imagine in the last 2 years, so much have changed. Like if I go to Shenzhen, I'm sure, like, what is this building? What is that? Like, must be a whole
very
bunch of new things, right?
very true. So what exciting about China? Okay, so Shenzhen is one of the busiest city in China, and China also is a busy place. You see a lot of change. And given my personal experience, I grew up in a mountain village. When I was young, when I was a kid, I know the feeling of starving, not enough nutrition, and all the roads in my hometown are dirt. No concrete no concrete pavement road. Now it's different. Now my mom has his a little bit EV, and there's 5G network, very fast internet bandwidth, and also running water all the way at home, and a two-story a building. And my mom can sell his tangerine or oranges directly from his WeChat to my city. A lot of my friends are my mom's customers.
So,
So it's changing so fast.
and you're a young guy. So, in just a few years, I hope it's true, but is it true that there's not people really starving anymore in China? Or um, I guess there must be, right? Because there's so many people. But
Um,
China really tried to get everybody out of poverty, no?
yes, I think this is true. Actually, last night I watched a documentary when I was having dinner. I was moved. I was touched because it tells the story about the people from Yunnan province, which is close to Burma, to Myanmar. You see, these people, they are not starving, but they want to get rich. So the government built a road all the way to the high mountain. So this, because first I know how difficult the life is, and also I was touched by the government really doing the right thing to help those people. They are not really moving those people downhill, but building a road, because those people they don't want to leave their hometown, because because Chinese is different. Chinese think, for example, I'm still having my residency, ID card back in my hometown, because I think maybe someday I will go back hometown. Work on my small piece of land, because we think, okay, land is very important. So Chinese people, they don't really want to leave their homeland. So the
It's
government,
a village. It's a village or not?
it's a village.
With how many people in your village?
I think less than 100.
Less than 100. And
Yeah.
there's a fast internet.
Yes. For
But it's not with a cable, right? It's with the wireless.
with the cable.
With the cable to the little village.
Yeah, fiber.
fiber to 100 people village. I'm in a 2,000 people village right here in Switzerland, and I can only
Mm,
get 100 megabit. There's no yet fiber, even though the Swiss ISP have said they want to get
mm,
fiber to everybody. They said like 3-4 years ago, but they're not
mm.
doing it. There's not enough value for them to do this.
No, I think
In
because
China, they're really connecting everybody.
I think that's true because okay, frank speaking, so this is a little bit political. When I was very young in college, I think no, the CCP is really bad. But when I start to grow, now in my age, I found that okay, the world is a little bit more complicated than we think, and also I think the CCP have been doing a lot of things very good. As a farmer's son, from the village, I had the opportunity to have good education, and also I can ride the tide of China's fast developing. And also, when I was young, I know there were theft, there were robbing, other stuff. Now the whole society is very safe. So I feel that okay, the government, the CCP, is doing something very good, and they are doing the right thing, at least for now. Now I'm more pro for them.
When I see, without trying to get too much into politics, but I'm thinking, what would you do with 1.4 billion people? It's not easy. There's so many people, right?
It's very difficult. For example, now I can speak English. I can also speak Mandarin. But in China, even though we speak one language, it's called Chinese. Different people from different provinces, they cannot understand each other. Back like 50 years ago, you see,
Even
if they
30 years ago, maybe.
maybe 30 years ago, right? People if they don't have share the same tones, they will quarrel because different mindset. So it's really really hard to manage.
I think this is one of the reasons. This is one of the things we have as a problem in Europe, is that
Mm,
there's too many languages, and
mm,
nobody wants to just speak English and forget about it. Like
mm.
the French are like, no, they translate every movie. You cannot watch a movie in English. The Germans, they're like, no, we want to watch all these stupid dubbed movies, and it's like it's hopeless. But I'm not
Yeah,
saying that Europe is not gonna win this. What do you call it? The future, but it's like a break, and the EU is not. I mean, okay, that's too much politics. It
mhm.
needs to be like one thing that just works in one direction, and then there's a chance. Otherwise, China is. I mean, it's not a bad thing, but China is completely. Is it already the biggest economy in the world, or maybe next year or something? Very
Not
soon.
yet, not yet,
Not far, no.
not far. But if China keep the momentum to be the world number one is a matter of time. But
Two,
still,
three years.
compare. Yeah,
Yeah.
but no, I think 2 years may not be not possible. Maybe next 5 or 10 years, I think will be okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
and
that
also
doesn't mean that China cannot be friends of everybody, right? There's all these
yeah,
weird
but
things with
still
Donald Trump and all this. Is so weird.
it's different, because in my opinion, in China, the smartest people will work for the government.
I can understand that there must be very smart people in the government, because it's really hard to make the right decisions. And
Yeah,
but they don't want to really talk loudly about it, right? It's not like Donald Trump. They just like, oh, okay, you want to close down Huawei, do whatever you want. And then
yeah,
there's smart people behind doing whatever, and it's just a little bit weird.
yeah.
Sometimes it's weird.
I mean, now what we can see is that China is a so. Let's see, in before the 21st century or before, the U.S. is leading every aspect of the world, and is also promoting the globalization. But I think the globalization will continue, but the power behind it, the growing power behind it, will be China. Because you will see now China is building highways, building ports, is building schools or whatever in other part of the world. So this is also promoting globalization, also the e-commerce, as we mentioned. You will see that in the future. So now sending a parcel or package from one country to another is not that easy. But you will see in the future it become more and more. I mean, it becomes easier and easier, because you will see there are a lot. There are the power behind it will be the Chinese company.
Uh, let's not talk about politics too much, but I want to ask, what do you think about Xi,
I
Chairman
think
Xi?
he's a good guy. I think
Is
at
better
least
than the previous guy, or what?
I cannot say this, but frankly speaking, I think he has a charisma.
Charisma, but that doesn't mean anything, right? How
Is
how about the decisions, the politics, what he's doing? Is it good, or is it China is going the right direction? Like Chinese people they think, when they think about the future, is positive.
Yes, we think that the future is positive.
Like,
This
do you think it's everybody in China is thinking it's positive future?
okay. I cannot say everyone, but I think the majority of the people think that okay, the government is moving in the right direction. Now there are less and less corruption.
There's no corruption in Shenzhen.
There definitely is. There's no, but there is less and less compared to when I was in university, compared when I was in my early 20s.
What corruption did you see in your early 20s, for example? Without saying exactly, right?
And so you will see a lot. Okay, because when I was in my early 20s, I was still very young because I don't really have the kind of interaction. But now you will see that even the government officials, okay, is not easy to do this, do that, and also you can also hear the business people tell, okay, we got to do the legal, we got to do things in a legal way, and you will see that there are more and more what do you call it, supervision on the government officials. So, for example, nowadays, if you to file a complaint against a government official, you in many cases you will get response.
That's a lot of
Oh, hello, hello, hello. Hey, Jarvis, I'm still online. Hello. Maybe I got an incoming call. You, as I'm not on Twitter actually, but I do have Facebook, and yeah, Facebook. Yeah, but I'm not sure how to reconnect.
hey, sorry about that.
Yeah, no worries.
We speak too long, my this ARM powered laptop ran out of power. All
But a
right.
very interesting conversation.
Did you continue speaking when I was gone? I hope.
Yeah, I
No.
answered just answer few answer questions on the chat.
Yeah, I'm all okay. There's no attacks from the Swiss CIA or anything like that, so we can.
No worries, no worries.
Yeah.
Back to the
So in
corruption.
Shenzhen, there's no crime in Shenzhen.
There's definitely crime, but it's much less. For example, I don't really, but I got my e-bike stolen, but I will never worry about my EV or my BMW.
What got stolen?
Small e-bike.
Oh, there's no like a GPS tracker, GPRS signal or something.
No,
There's no like SIM card in there.
it's too cheap. So I just
Ah,
okay.
the little scooter thing.
Yeah. The two wheels one.
All
Yeah.
right.
But Shenzhen is a
Cool.
very safe place.
Yeah, safe place. What I'd like to see, and I'm a little bit worried about, like I want to see this whole crazy time end, and a country should just go and say, okay, whatever, you don't need these little things anymore. Okay, that's too political, but just
Mm.
like have an open society and open, like everybody should just be welcome. No more 28 days. What is this? And it just feels like I think people are afraid of something. Okay, I don't want to talk. I'm not allowed to talk about this, but it would be nice if China was to open their doors and just in 2022 come back to business as usual. That'd be nice.
Not I think not easy because the policy in China is called clearance, zero case. So it will not be easy for the country to open it up.
Yeah, but clearance. I mean, you're not New Zealand. You cannot like isolate like this. You need to have people come in, come out. Okay, we'll see.
It's very effective. Once there is a case, so the government just now they don't really do a massive lockdown. They call it precise lockdown. For example, if this building one case, they shut down this building.
Wow. Okay, but yeah, I hope the future will be back to normal. We'll see.
Yeah, I think next year will be the last year of this.
There's I'm not allowed to talk about this weird thing because it gets deleted from YouTube. So let's not talk about that.
Okay.
All right. But thanks a lot for maybe it's a little bit long. It's like a movie. So I think we hopefully some people like this video and they can contact you, and maybe we can do another video in the future soon if you
Yes,
want.
I'm very open to any topic. Even
Nice.
fun.
Yeah, like people have questions. They should ask questions under here, and we'll try to do it in the next video and see if we can have more live questions from the audience.
I mean, if any guys want to do business with China, we can help, and maybe I can even offer a little bit of consultation if you want to come to China to do business, sell the product to China.
Nice. So they should just start connecting with you, Eric at Talk Commerce, maybe, or we'll see.
Yeah,
we'll put it under here, and then you have all your colleagues, and you have, I guess, you have a sales team.
Yeah.
Sales colleagues, marketing.
We have the sales team. We don't really have the marketing team, so we have sales team, service team, and developers.
And developers, right? Yeah. Cool. And maybe we can even link to some of your video projects. It'd be nice. They're all over YouTube. We can put them under some links.
Yeah.
Cool. And I'll put the link to our video we did together 3 years ago.
Friends, post from the dinner. Oh, thanks for the time. Really, like 2 hours.
Yeah. Sorry. Thanks. You should just eat while you watch this video. But okay, that's too late. You can start eating now. Yeah, in Europe we're getting hungry, especially after talking about the Chinese food.
Yeah.
Ooh. So now, okay, that's cool.
Okay, thanks, Charbax.
Thanks for reaching out, and see you. Looking forward to see more about the future, what you do.
Yeah.
Cool. Thanks everybody for watching.
Yeah. Thanks. Bye bye.